Aloha, beautiful souls. Welcome to your Aries reading. This is a general reading for anyone with a strong placement in the sign of Aries. It's Aries Sun, Aries Moon, Aries Venus, or even an Aries stellium. So I'd like to welcome you to the channel. My name is Ocean Moonflower, and this is Empress Moon Tarot 777. I'm very happy to have you here today. For those of you that are my OGs, you will have noticed that I have done a channel refresh. Up at the top of the channel, you will see the days in which your zodiac sign will be released. Now, it will be released sooner for members of the Mystic Circle up on the membership tiers. We'll talk about those later in the week. But for those of you that are brand new to the channel, we talk about all things tarot, astrology, twin flames, soulmates, etc. A variety of spiritual topics up here on the channel. Live streams are Sundays for all signs and astrological forecasts on Sundays, podcasts on Wednesdays. And do check up above for any zodiac signs that you are interested in. All right, Aries, let's get rolling. All right. It's a general reading today. General reading. Your love and career reading will be on Friday. All right, Queen of the Moon. We have discernment. This is interesting because this particular card shows the cloudy mind, right? Needing to trust the intuition, but yet the mind is very, very clouded in the present moment. There may be a lot going on in your life right now where it's hard to see things straight. It's hard to figure out your way forward. It's hard to figure out what would be the best course of action for you in a particular area of your life. And so it's important for you to note that your mind may be foggy, but your intuition and your heart are not. I mean, look at the light here in the center. Maybe you haven't been trusting your intuition in a particular area. All right, we are going to be using my Legendary Mystic Tarot deck. These are available for sale. There is a link down below if that is of interest to you. We're going to be using that today for your general reading. And I'm going to do a 9-card spread, like I typically do for the monthlies. We're going to do a 9-card spread for the sign of Aries. All right, we have finished our shuffle. We are going to do a 3-pile split. And I will show you each card as they come up. We have the 4 of Coins. We have the King of Coins. I love the King of Coins being in your current energy. That's really fantastic. The 7 of Wands. The 4 of Wands. The Strength card right at the center of everything. The Knight of Wands. The 7 of Cups. The 7 of Swords. And the Queen of Coins. Your overall energy is that of the 5 of Cups. Now, let me just note, I do see a couple on here, a loyal couple. So if you are in a committed relationship or have been considering entering into a committed relationship, I show 2 people who are very loyal to one another. This could be a married couple. So if you're married, Aries, this very likely could be your reading, just a note. When we start off with the first 3 cards in the row are our past energy. Now, I look across, I look down, I look in a diamond, I look in an X, and I also look at the 4 corners so that we see the 4 pillars of what's going on. It's just how I read. So we start out here with the 7 of Cups, the 4 of Wands, and the 4 of Coins. So I see here in the recent past, you've been focusing on perhaps trying to save some money. Some of you may be saving some money for an engagement because we do have the 4 of Wands, or saving money for a wedding. We have the King and Queen of Coins as well as the 4 of Wands, which would be that sort of celebration, right? So some of you may actually be in the process of doing that. However, what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing that there is a feeling of loss, right? We have this feeling of financial loss with the 5 of Cups showing up here with these cards. We also have this feeling of a loss of contentment, a loss of perhaps a loss of love. Maybe you walked away from this person. Maybe this person walked away from you as a result of confusion. Now, we recently had Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde often creates this feeling where people feel like they're not where they're supposed to be and they start to wonder if they should be somewhere else. It happens to everyone. And it's possible, Aries, that you might have gotten caught in that trap of the Mercury retrograde energy, where it feels like all hope has been lost, all love has been lost. But yet, what I'm seeing is I'm actually seeing that this is very likely going to turn itself around. So if you are in a long-term committed relationship that has gone in a direction you're not happy with, I do see it correcting. So just to know, it's just not correcting immediately, Aries. And I'll show you those cards here in just a moment. But what we see here is we see this need for you to hold back a little bit, just to protect your heart, guard your heart. It's also this essence of putting some money aside, because there may be a need to put some money aside. You may have to move. You may be considering a move. You may be focused on your home in some way, because the Four of Wands can represent that as well. But there's a need for you to set some money aside and to protect and guard your heart at the same time. So you may be feeling a sense of loss, but at the same time feeling a sense of, okay, well, I have no other choice. I have to take matters into my own hands, make sure that my home is safe, make sure that you're feeling safe, make sure you personally are feeling safe. Now, in this particular Seven of Cups, I wanted to express the emotional anguish of having to make decisions, right? Because Seven of Cups, there's so many decisions, and it's very difficult to determine what to do from here. So Aries, what I have for you is I have this energy here where there's so many options, there's so many things that must be done, or there's so many choices that need to be made, but yet everything is so raw for you right now. As you're going into this reading, you very likely have suffered a loss with regards to relationship or finances, and everything feels so raw in the present moment that the multiple options, the multiple choices, they don't appear to be what you want. Like, they absolutely do not appear to be what you want. There is a worry here if you are in a long-term committed relationship that has taken a pause or gone in a direction you're not pleased with. There's a worry here that your person may have been cheating on you, because we have this Seven of Swords, which is deception. So there's this worry about, well, what deception was occurring here that made this person want to leave? What deception, has occurred? It's an energy of you not feeling like you have all the facts. It's almost like you feel like there's something going on that you don't know anything about, right? The Seven of Swords. And that's very likely, it's like confusion of why in the world are they stepping away from you, right? This kind of confusing energy here. It may have come out of nowhere with that Five of Cups. So the energy may have come out of nowhere. So let's take a look at what we have in your current energy. And I like what we have in your current energy, Aries, because we have you sitting in the King of Coins. Whether you're man or woman does not matter. Does not matter at all. It's just a male on this particular card. The King of Coins indicates somebody who's stable, somebody who has, got their life in order. They have been perseverant through difficult times. They have the inner strength to overcome any sort of difficulty. So we see that here with the Strength card and the King of Coins. So Aries, ultimately, whether you walked away from someone else or they walked away from you, we see that you have the inner strength to withstand this difficulty, to overcome this difficulty, to persevere through the difficult times. So this is a really fantastic energy for you to have. You are perseverant. You can get through this. You have the ability, you have what it takes in order to do that. Now, what I see that you're going to fight for this relationship, or they are, either or. So if the King of Coins represents somebody that you're dealing with, I see them fighting for the relationship, you fighting for the relationship, standing your ground with the Seven of Wands. Standing your ground, but taking action towards this person. So I see I see you fighting very strongly to protect and guard this relationship and to rebuild this relationship between the two of you. So this looks absolutely fantastic. But like I said, we had discernment clouding the judgment. Discernment clouding the judgment here of you saying, "Oh gosh, well what was really happening?" Just cloudy thinking. It very well could be that your person was just confused. Maybe they got scared. Maybe they got scared and felt confused and didn't really know what they wanted. But here we have you standing strong with the Seven of Wands saying, okay, this is my boundary. This is, how I feel about things, but by golly, I'm working on building this back again. So I see somebody fighting for the relationship. Fighting for the relationship. Okay, so let's see what the potential outcome from that is. Let's take some cards on that. Potential outcome for the sign of Aries. I'm fighting for this relationship. All right, 3 cards fell face down. I have no idea what they are. We shall see together. Love it. Okay. All right. So, potential outcome. First of all, the Hierophant. I feel the two of you will correct this. You will find a way forward. The Hierophant is about relationships. It is about solidifying them, strengthening them. It's possible with the Hierophant here, you could be seeking some sort of, perhaps, like if you're religious in nature, if you and your partner are religious in nature, you could be seeking some sort of spiritual guidance on how to overcome some difficulties. Now we have the 6 of Cups in the reverse. This is something you're going to have to let go of. So this is focusing on the negative things from the past. Maybe this is your partner that's been doing this, or this is you that's been doing this. But I do see that this is all going to straighten itself out with the 2 of Coins. There will be balance brought back into this connection. But the balance that's going to be brought back into the connection seems to be as a result of therapy or some sort of spiritual discernment, spiritual guidance. Often the Hierophant is listed as the guru, right? So it could be couples therapy. Couples therapy would be very beneficial in this particular situation if you can convince your partner to go, because we see somebody is focusing way too much on things that may have happened in the past that were negative instead of trying to work on releasing them and moving forward. I do see this happy giddy energy though of the 2 of you resolving those conflicts. It just may take you a little bit of time. It looks like you're going to need some sort of intervention, shall we say. Let's take Whispers of Love. Whispers of Love for Aries and their partner, please. Whispers of Love for Aries and their partner. Well, I'll also get a timing card on that to see how long it might take for you two to get past this. Okay, so we have look to your inner strength. I do feel because we had that essence of, lost hope with the 5 of Cups, that it's important for you to kind of look within as to, because the King of Coins, I mean, he's super strong. Doesn't mean he doesn't struggle, right? Struggle with the fact that maybe some things are difficult, but he finds it within himself to be strong and to overcome the difficulties regardless. And then we have listen to your heart, or listen with your heart. So it's possible that there may be a need for you to do some active listening when you and your partner are talking. It says you're listening, but you need to hear with a loving heart. So there's some aspect of the communication between you and your person where maybe compassion is missing. And then you also have romance. And so it says, lavish the one you love with personal attention and affection. So it looks like romance is on the horizon for you. You need to listen with your whole heart and look to your own inner strength to be able to find your way forward. All right. Timing on when these 2 start to resolve this situation, please. Okay, we had a timing card come out. Okay, the 2 cards that we have are actually way into the future, but they cannot be used as timing cards because they are They are major arcana. So the Chariot and the Sun indicates fast movement towards a new beginning. So this is good. The Chariot is number 7. The Sun is number 19. It could be 7 days, 7 to 19 days. The Chariot is actually the sign of Cancer, and it's the Cancer moon. So perhaps during the time of a Cancer moon, which is... I don't have my ephemeris up. I will post a link down below as to when the moon will be in Cancer this month and next month, so you'll have an idea. And hopefully that will give you a sense of direction and guidance. But the Chariot is fast movement towards victory. The Sun is a yes card. So if you had a yes/no question, it may be an answer to your yes/no question. And the Sun indicates new beginnings. So new beginnings are on the horizon for the two of you. Hold the faith, Aries. Hold the faith. All right, my darlings. If you are brand new to my channel, please like and subscribe. Would love for you to not miss out on any future transmissions. Regardless, those of you that are interested in my Legendary Mystic Tarot, there is a link down below. I do personal readings. I do personal tarot readings, personal rune readings, as well as astrology readings. Visit oceanmoonflower.com if you are interested in booking a reading with me. I have several different options available: 1-card reading, 3-card reading, a half-hour session, and a full-hour session with me via Zoom. All of that's available to you up on the website. And also, if you are considering joining the channel, please, I ask you to come back in a couple days. I want to make sure that YouTube does highlight the new offerings that I'm offering and the new tiers that I'm offering for everybody. But keep it in mind. Check it out next time you're up here. Aries, Friday will be your love and career reading. I will see you then. Podcast Wednesdays and live stream Sundays, astrological forecasts on Sundays as well. Mahalo nui loa, love and light, kiss, kiss.